zoom in on some of these storms because this is a pretty big storm. Don't see any hail yet. Our main threat we still feel is damaging winds, and we're already seeing reports now to the north of us that's actually recording some damaging winds. So we want to talk about that. We'll zoom into this storm. Now it's straddling Loudoun County and Montgomery County. Okay, so Leesburg, you're getting hammered right now with heavy rain and lightning. Poolsville, you're getting heavy rain as well. It's all pushing off to the east, northeast at about 30 miles an hour. It's already across 28 and over towards Sterling. So if you're in the path of this, I'd put the umbrella down and I would get inside away from windows. Winds are more than likely between 50 and 60 miles per hour. So Darnestown, you're in the path of this, and Sterling, you're in the path, and everybody in this box here is under severe thunderstorm warning. That goes until 4:30, another few minutes or so. I want to go ahead and kind of zoom out just a little bit, and we'll track this storm for you. Again, it's moving essentially a little north of east, not quite due east, and it's holding together. In fact, I think this has become a little stronger over the past, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. So we'll pull out to here, and then want to go ahead and track this for you. And we're looking at, again, it's probably not tornadic, but we're looking at strong winds, and we say this over and over again, these strong winds can do almost as much damage as a small tornado. We don't usually get big tornadoes, so if you get winds of 70, 80, 90 miles per hour, that's pretty much the same for us as a small tornado. So that's why we want you to take cover in Rockville and Olney and Laytonsville. So if you're going out Route 7, it's about to get nasty once you cross over the Loudoun County Fairfax line, and also at River Road 190. Going to get a little crazy there as we go through the next little bit. So I'm going to try to track this for you. And again, moving east at about 30, okay? And it's got some pretty good rains in it. So let me try that again. So again, Poolsville and Germantown, you're already getting the rain. Even Laytonsville and Etchison, you're getting a little bit of rain, kind of the same storm. But this is the storm really I'm more concerned about in this watch box, in the warning area rather. And it's tracking essentially to the east-northeast, okay? So Olney, you're in the path. Rockville, you're in the path at about 4:34. Darnestown, pretty close, another 10 minutes for Darnestown. Redland, about 4:29. And I think this storm's going to hold together. I don't see anything that's going to take anything away from that storm. It's going to be a pretty intense storm as it moves across Montgomery County and then crosses over 270. It will also move overcross the river and then eventually kind of straddle 270. So please be advised, that's a pretty intense storm. Now we'll kind of zoom out a little bit, and we're looking at, again, a lot of storms to the west. It does appear that the biggest threat will be just sort of I-66 north, D.C. north, and Route 50 north. I think that's going to probably be the place where it's most likely to have storms. We're having a few storms now down in Culpeper and Orange, but the real heavy kind of area of storms, essentially from Carroll County back across Montgomery County, Frederick County into Loudoun County as well. So we have a severe thunderstorm watch. It does not include our friends to the south, and that goes until 10 o'clock tonight. You see the yellow, that is severe thunderstorm warning. It means it's happening. And the red is a tornado warning up into Carroll County. So we also have a flood watch. No surprise, all the rain we've had over the past week or so. So this goes from now until midnight tonight. It includes Loudoun County, Montgomery County. Oddly enough, it does not include Frederick County, where you're getting some pretty good rains right now. And it does not include our friends into southern Maryland, down toward Carroll County, down toward Charles County and St. Mary's and Calvert County. So where do the storms go on Futurecast? They're still pretty hefty by 6 o'clock. So we have an alert out for kind of a nasty commute home with a heavy rain possible. Even some isolating flooding is possible. Even by 7 o'clock now, they go across I-95, still pretty heavy, if not severe. Prince George's County, over into Anne Arundel County, and down into southern Maryland. I know the severe thunderstorm watch goes until 10. We think this is going to be out of here well before 10 o'clock tonight. By 7:30, storms now moving through southern Maryland and then across the bay into the Delmarva area. And by 9 o'clock, it'll be cloudy, and we could see some fog develop later tonight, but I think the storm's going to be gone by 7 or 8 o'clock. All right, storm reports. Yeah, look at all the storm reports up to the north, and these are actually what we're talking about are trees, okay? These are all reports of trees down or wires down here, and it's mainly in Frederick County, almost at the Frederick County, Montgomery County line, and we can kind of query some of these for you. One I did mention earlier. So we'll start up near Myersville here. So this is one, and it has, again, some trees possibly down around Middletown, US 40. toward Baltimore, National Pike near Hawbottom Road. That's tough to say. We'll move eastward, east of Frederick. This is what we talked about earlier. Trees down on Lingamore Road in Mount Pleasant. That's just north of 70, okay? And in Frederick proper, there were reports also of some trees down on northbound US 15, and that was at about 3:20 this afternoon, so not that long ago, really. And then down a little further south, just almost to the Montgomery County line, we have reports of trees down also and wires down. And this is in Price's Distillery Road and Cook Brothers Road, and that is in Green Valley. So these storms have a history primarily of damaging winds. Don't see any reports of hail yet. Also, let's check this one out here. This is just north of Tuscarora in Montgomery County. Trees blown down, intersection of US 15 and Bassford Road. That's around Point of Rocks. So again, this is what we're seeing in terms of damage. Mainly it's straight line winds. Don't see any hail. No reports of flooding yet. So I guess that's good news, but still not out of the question with our flood watch. All right, so here's the radar resetting. That's a pretty intense line of showers and storms. I mean, it's covered up almost all of Loudoun County and a good chunk of Montgomery County as it moves across I-270. This is that storm to the north that prompted the tornado warning. Caitlin, you see anything on that? I mean, is anything coupling on that? No? Do you see anything on the Montgomery County, Loudoun County storm other than just winds, strong winds? Okay, all right, so this is weakening a little bit. This is still a severe thunderstorm warning. This is your tornado warning, and this is a severe thunderstorm warning also until 4:30 up into Frederick County, Maryland. And rainfall rates here, you see the deep reds there, that's about 2 inches per hour, so it's pretty intense rainfall. Okay, so the temperature-wise, it's 94. Look where it's rain cooled. It's about 20 degrees cooler. That's kind of cool. All right, let's talk about the storms and kind of where they're going to go. I want to just track this one, and it's moving pretty quickly. That's the good news. That should reduce, I think, a little bit in terms of flooding. We feel that it's still a possibility, especially if we get more than one storm. It is possible that we could see some flooding, but for the most part, we think this is just going to be a straight line event. Rockville, get ready. Columbia, get ready. Laurel, get ready. Probably going to just kind of clips the district. Probably just right around the northwest part of D.C. maybe, but certainly Montgomery County, you got to put your umbrellas down and get ready for some pretty strong winds. We'll try to track this one big storm here, and it's a monster storm. I mean, that is a big storm, and it's moving northeast at about 30. So Montgomery County Air Park at about 4:16, another 5 minutes or so. And also Albany at about 4:34, and probably around Etchison too at around 4:40. Columbia 4:53. Again, the main threat, damaging winds. Damaging winds with this. That is the main threat. And heavy rain as well. I mean, there's no doubt there could be rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. Now, if you're south of that, you're thinking, well, sun's still out. Yeah, even down to D.C. and Fairfax, over toward Bowie, I would take precautions and just put the umbrella down and get small chairs inside because we know they have winds. Those are a lot of damage reports pretty early on in terms of a weather event. I mean, they came in quickly, and again, the Mount Pleasant, trees and wires down around Maryland 26 Liberty Road. So that's pretty serious in terms of rainfall rates and in terms of wind. We'll zoom in on this one storm here, and we'll kind of show you where the heaviest rain is. We'll start over the river into Loudoun County, and Leesburg heavy rain is now east of you. You're still under a warning, though, for Fairfax and Loudoun and Montgomery until 4:30. 15 down toward Aldie, drop down south Aldie toward 50. Heavy rain, kind of a break in between Middleburg at this hour, and heavy rain about to approach Sterling and the airport. So if you have anybody flying in or out today, that could be a small problem, at least for the next 30 or 40 minutes, not an all night thing. So now we're going to kind of move across the river here, and notice it holds together pretty well. Okay, Poolesville, you're getting rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour, and even up 28 up to Barnesville and Luckett's. Also see the lightning. Indication storm's doing pretty well in terms of holding together. So this is all pushing east. So you're going out River Road past Potomac, you're going to see some very heavy rain shortly. Going out Route 7, it's almost to the Drainesville area before you cross over into Loudoun County. So that's going to just keep moving eastward. It's going to be a tough commute going up 270 and also going back out Route 7 and even out 66. It could affect parts of 66. I think the heaviest that storm will be just to the north of 66, but still. It does extend back to Marshall, so it is touching 66 right now and either side of 50. So Reston, you're in the path of this. Rockville, Olney, Silver Spring, and Bowie. And as I look at this storm, back here, Chantilly, Fairfax, yeah, you might see the heavy storm too. So we'll zoom back out. Look at the temperatures, man. 94 downtown, but 76 in Hagerstown, 73 in Frederick. So once this rolls through, you can probably grill outside, and it'll be still tropical. It'll be humid, but it'll be a little bit cooler. So there's our severe thunderstorm watch, and that goes until 10 p.m. And these are severe thunderstorm warnings now for much of Loudoun and Montgomery County, a little sliver of Fairfax County at this moment. But for the most part, it's Loudoun and Montgomery. And the whole watch goes until 10. Yes, I know technically you're not under it in Charles County and Calvert County, but you could still see some heavy storms. And yes, flood watch goes until midnight for pretty much the entire metro area. And it does not include our friends in Frederick, who's getting hammered right now. It does include Loudoun County, which is good, and does not include Charles or Calvert or St. Mary's. But just be advised, you can get some heavy rain and maybe some isolated flooding. So Futurecast has these storms just west of 95 at 6 o'clock, and I think that's a reasonable estimation, and I think they're still going to be very strong, if not severe, by 6 p.m. By 7 p.m., they cross over I-95 by 6:30 or 7, and I think they're going to hold together. I really do, especially as they cross northern Prince George's County and maybe over into Anne Arundel County. They're still going to be heavy, again, if not severe. After that, they now move through southern Maryland, begin to cross over the bay into the Delmarva, and then by 9 o'clock, we're pretty much done. Couple sprinkles possible, that's it. And don't be surprised if we see some pretty dense fog, especially where it has a storm tonight. Where it rains, best chance for dense fog. So these are all reports of trees down or wires down. Notice it's right now, for the most part, north of us, and that's with that one particular storm that went through. We've got, let's see, winds are 60 miles per hour, Baltimore, Carroll, Howard County. And they did cancel a severe thunderstorm warning for Frederick and Montgomery County. And I don't know why they did that. Let me go back to that. So here's the big radar last couple of hours. It's a pretty big storm. I mean, it extends essentially from Westminster all the way across Montgomery County and back into Loudoun County. So we'll zoom in. So we still have this. Yeah, we still have this warning. Now we have a new tornado warning for Baltimore and Carroll County until 4:45. That's that same storm that prompted that tornado warning in Carroll County earlier. That goes until 4:30. That storm is intense. We still have this warning down to the south, a severe thunderstorm warning, including Leesburg, although your heavy rain's gone, and Germantown. And really going up, once you get past the spur, going up 270 is not going to be a lot of fun for the next, I don't know, maybe as much as an hour before this storm, it takes everything away from it, because it's kind of trailing back to Leesburg and even back into Upperville. So again, that's what we're looking at. So damaging winds, our main threat. We'll have more for you tonight on WSA 9 News at 5. And also, if you are in, Columbia now or Rockville or even Bethesda, kind of take precautions, because if nothing else, you're going to see some heavy rain and some strong gusty winds. And Caitlin will join me at 5:15. So for now, meteorologist Topper Shutt.